Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Bunch formation for these receivers. The give on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Lopez wants to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, Tar Heel! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. In the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers in movies full. You just can't do it better.
They'll run play action. Quarterback moving.
Well, the bad news on that play is they did not get the first down. The good news, though, luckily, the fumble went out of bounds, so they maintained possession because that could have been disastrous for the offense.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. Thanks to that penalty, they've got a chance to move the chains on 3rd and inches. They'll move the tight end. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 4th down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on. But with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Second down coming up. Takes the handoff. It's Dura. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw.
Oh, he's got some space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Tar Heels can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Tar Heels have their offense in high gear. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll run it from the gun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Smothers. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pugh. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That's caught. It's Smothers. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Lopez to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. UCLA is on top, but it's not like Troy Aikman or Gary Beeman are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Stanford. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Trying to get the corner. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. After the filthy move, he's got room. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. To the air, it's Underwood. Quick strike complete. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The play action fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Connection to the right. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Tigers are flying down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, 1st and goal at the 1. They'll try to pound their way in. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Pushes for the goal line. Touchdown, LSU! Excellent pass by the back on the option. On to attempt the try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Power football with the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that front.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Quarterback on the keeper. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. To throw, it's Underwood. He's going to fire deep. Snags it inside the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he gets nothing, and this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he puts through the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Time to take a shot. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run, because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Rush is on him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Unloads it left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams...
Turning it on! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And when you got that kind of speed, football's got to be a lot of fun. I mean, Jesse, it's not there, just pull it down, go make a play.
That's definitely something that defense has never had to worry about in my day either. I think I just pulled a hamstring watching that guy go.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Bond. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. UCLA is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we heard the first 8 clap today. They're up by 18 over Stanford. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll start this drive firing. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback,
brings it down on the right side. He's loose. Touchdown, UNC! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback flexibility to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The hand to the running back. There he goes. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. At midfield, he's got room. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. He'll do it himself.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Corner's going to give them room. Card in the backfield. It's Durham. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Grabbed in the end zone. Six on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their 5-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Lopez wants to fire. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He breaks the tackle. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And these are my favorite type of running backs. Guys that run angry, that break tackles. Even when nothing's there, Jesse, they're still going to get me positive yards. Give me that guy all day long.
And these were my favorite types of defenses to play against. Ones that don't tackle well and don't use the proper fundamentals. Obviously, I was never the guy carrying the football myself, but hey, we're going to be racking up yards, moving up and down the field, scoring points. And that is beautiful if you're at home.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Hit as he throws. Complete to the left. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Caught over the middle. It's Lockett. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep running. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And ready to kick off this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Out onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line
breaks away in the middle. He's at the 50, at the 30, the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Michigan State made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road win. And a victory like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Spartans. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Makes the catch. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Using his legs, it's Durham. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. Quick step and go. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to...
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, LSU!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
48, North Carolina, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Grab behind the line. It smothers. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going now.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
With the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Big fella moving. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, a short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They want to flex their muscle. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll go jumbo package. 3 tight ends set on 3rd and goal.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Find some room, and that's what you want to get away from the goal line. A 5-yard pickup out to the 6.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Gives it on the option. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the option. Fights off a defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Tight end now in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Green. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Underwood. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks? Really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grab near the marker, it's Green. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try the run. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Surging forward on the sneak. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
This has been the unending drive. It has gone on forever. It has chewed clock, but now it faces 3rd and long. Lewis to throw. Under fire. He's got it inside the 15. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore is not afraid to show off the gun.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far. So can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Give to the running back. Got some room in to the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
North Carolina, 17.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Oh, he's got a chance. Good, solid run on that one as he gets. To the 33-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Looking for room, it's Robinson. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
On the play.
And you can tell all eyes on this team. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. And you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice...
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Toss sweep right. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.